Hello everyone, please let me know how the audio levels are currently doing. I am here casting the NSL bronze match. I have Anakin joining me shortly. He's just getting a drink of water right now. Pretty poor timing, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and swap over the screen to our main overlay here. And I can unmute on Discord as well. Alright. We are live. Once Anakin gets back, he can go ahead and introduce himself. But let me provide some background. Hi, my name is Kahekili. I'll be your main caster today. I'm joined by Anakin, who is another admin here at NSL. Just to introduce myself further, I am the head of the NSL media department and a co-owner of the league itself. Today your referee will be Daniel. He's a relatively new referee over in NSL, but he's very talented as a referee, and so we look forward to seeing more from him today. Our match will be between Delta Stars and Outcasts. Just waiting for Anthony to return. Just check the stream stuff, make sure everything's working okay. Okay, Anthony, where art thou, Anthony? We need you, bud. But I guess until Anthony returns, Anakin. Until Anakin returns, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the starting soon screen back up, so see you in a few. COCOP, thank you so much for the follow. It is now 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So the match should officially be getting underway in just a couple of moments here. Anakin's over in a Discord call with me. He's
Hello.
Oh, hello. You are here. I need to turn you up.
Currently, it's 4 p.m. in Cyprus. I still get coffee to make sure to stay awake.
Oh yes, coffee, my lifeblood. I just went ahead and turned you up and turned down the music, so should be good to go.
So good. What time is it for you?
It is now noon.
Ah, it's 12-hour difference then.
6 hour oh, well, British, yeah, 12 hours. I don't know. What time zone are you in?
CET +1.
Ah. I'm in GMT -10.
Yeah, and I'm 2 hours. I'm GMT +2, so yeah, it's
There you go.
different.
That would do it.
You've got
Anyway.
one who just woke up, one that's ready to go to sleep.
Oh wow. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another NSL broadcast. We are just about to get started here with the bronze match. Daniel about to play his little script here, so why doesn't Anakin introduce himself?
So, I'm Anakin. I've been an admin in NSL and a referee for, I want to say probably about 2-3 months now.
Okay.
But yeah, been learning. I've just been learning in general, because before NSL I wasn't an admin in any other league, but I've learned a lot.
Well, glad to have you here on the channel.
It's nice to be here. It's something new. I'm slowly expanding. I've never casted before, so it'll be interesting.
Well, there we go. So we have Daniel over here pasting his massive script here. You know, the usual. Now, because this match is broadcasted, we have to keep everyone under, like, a very tight watch here, so... I'm also doubling as a backup ref in case anything happens. And
so,
Anakin
have you gone over any...
Sorry, go ahead.
So have you gone over... I was going to say, have you gone over any predictions? Overall predictions for the match?
Speaking of predictions, I should probably set it for the chat here. Start prediction. Who will win?
So,
Delta.
who do you think is going to take away the bronze match and claim the third place?
I have my
season
money
7.
personally on Delta Stars.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like if Outcasts can present the lineup and the players can play how they did against Undefined, I feel like they have a really good shot at taking this away.
Yeah. I've casted a couple Outcast matches this season and they've had a lot of close calls, so really it could be anyone's game.
They have. Brio's been very, very clutch for them. I think it was in the Undefined match, he reverse swept King of the Hill and he beat Ace at the best of 5 card.
Wow. Yeah, so the thing about Outcasts is that they have a pretty big roster, but only a couple of really, like, power players. The rest are just there.
Yeah, you got Coco, you got Brio. They're there. They're the big players.
Yeah. So anyway, about that prediction I put in chat, I don't know if it ended already, but channel points, you can redeem them eventually for a Pass Royale, which I have set for 100,000.
Yeah.
And because I also occasionally do Osu, I also have an Osu supporter tag in there as well. So, a lot of good stuff here. Tornado and Drop Barrel are banned.
Sharing tablets is pretty standard for Outcasts.
Yeah. Tornado is
I think
always
they-
banned in 2v2.
It always is the case.
Yeah. I remember before Giant Skeleton got reworked, it was always Giant Skeleton and NATO being banned all the time.
Yeah. Always. Giant Skeleton is, because I'm a 2v2 player myself, I play for Team Pirates and in their Alpha team. We make it pretty far and I'm the main 2v2 duo. And Giant Skeleton is still very underrated in 2v2. There are definitely some viable decks still, even though it's nowhere near what it used to be. It just has a slightly different role now, but still definitely got a lot of potential with it.
Cool.
I think we actually saw Shane Savage. I've seen them run a Giant Skeleton, double Giant Skeleton Loon deck before, so maybe we could see it today.
Maybe, just waiting on Delta's second player to get in here.
Just mine, Danny.
Yeah, Danny, come on.
Yeah, he's on mine.
Need
Sure.
Daniel to do the countdown though.
Yeah,
Oh, never mind, I don't need to do
Ah,
anything.
right.
We have Danny And the match is underway. Will the spectate button work? That is a different story. We are in. Okay. So we have Josmar and Danny for Delta Stars at the bottom of your screen as True Blue, and Sergeant Tavish and Shay at the top of your screen for True Red. Going into the first game of our match here.
Ah, that's a pretty good timing.
Yep, 2 cycle cards going out at the same time.
Ah, speaking of Giant Skeleton.
Yeah, looks like we will see some of that gameplay that you were talking about. Oh!
Oh, look at you. Maybe my experience is better than I thought.
Maybe other people are waking up to the reality as well.
Yeah, I mean it's looking like a balloon deck with that lumberjack in there, possibly.
Maybe,
Especially
but with
that.
Queen, that's a little weird.
It's
Of course, you
interesting to
always see
the Golden
Queen
Knight.
in 2v2, Queen and King.
That's the thing, Golden Knight seems to be the more inferior of the champs. You don't see it nearly as much as the other two. But in 2v2 it seems to have comes out a little bit more because that dash ability seems to get so much more value when there's twice as many troops on the board.
Yeah. Although Golden Knight did recently just get reworked to remove some of those dashes.
Yeah,
And also to reduce the range of said dashes, so I don't know. Slightly less viable now.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult to keep the champs balanced. It's always just going to be a back and forth up, and it's always going to be one's going to be dominant.
Yeah.
So, it's looking like a potential graveyard deck, a Loon Graveyard, with the Skeleton King, maybe.
Maybe. It's going to be really hard for that RG to connect, I realize.
Yeah, if you look, they got the Fisherman, the Cage, even the Cannon Kite itself. If that dies, that's another building. So.
Yep. Welcome to the chat, Alpha. Hope you enjoy the gameplay that we're seeing here. Thank you for the follow, Daniel. Appreciate it.
A very interesting deck on the bottom.
Yeah. So far, I said that RG would have a hard time connecting, but it appears that Delta Stars is still in the lead regardless, just from minor chip damage alone, along with some spell cycle with the Earthquake.
They have, I think they let that full mana just go. They gotta be careful how much they let through.
Yeah, so it looks like Delta Stars realized that their win condition isn't going to be very viable, so they adapted and are going with something completely different as a strategy for getting tower damage.
See, look at that, everything's for the counter push.
Yeah, it looks like Delta Stars has all the tower damage they need in between the lightning, the earthquake.
Looks like they're gonna go in, try to get there.
Yeah.
Graveyard.
We were predicting whether it would be a balloon or a graveyard, but why not both?
I know. Good fireball.
Ooh, a suboptimal snowball led to this balloon connection. 2 hits. Was that 3?
No, it's just a 2 in death damage.
Just a 2 in death damage, but either way, that is a big upset in the middle of this match.
If there's still the debate of whether it was a balloon nerf or buff, I think that interaction tells you the answer.
Yeah.
So it looks like both teams are trying to win the bridge battle.
Yeah.
Good fireball.
And now I think because of that big connection, Outcasts might win the cycle battle too.
Yeah, I don't know about the arch team going to the opposite lane though. That's gonna.
Oh, no building in time. RG connected. They had to freeze, but that lightning. But no shots. That was a very necessary freeze there, but that stopped a balloon push for at least 1 full cycle.
Now Triple Elixir's coming in. I don't think the RG stands any chance of breaking through, so they've got to make sure these catch these miners.
They've got to earthquake spam the crap out of this next minute here. If they don't, they're toast.
I think it's 2 earthquakes and a lightning mixed with some spool spells and a bit of miner chip.
Along with a couple fireballs. Yeah, okay, they need to log earthquake anything, and they got this. And they earthquake for the victory.
That was close. Skeletons were piling up at the end.
Very close indeed, yeah. But Delta Stars ends up taking the first point of this 2v2 set.
It's an interesting deck from them. Very interesting. From Delta Stars, that is. Not something I've seen before.
Yeah.
They're really abusing that spell cycle power, especially with the earthquake, which looks like it's going to be getting a nerf next balance change.
Just turn up the music volume because we actually have some custom requests coming in. Just a wee bit. Yep, 1-0 for Delta Stars. So, do you think there'll be any changes going into the next few sets? Not sets, games.
Sure. Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know. I've seen Shay and Tavish. They are pretty confident with that deck, and I've seen them repeat it multiple times, both like from first-hand experience and referee and outcast matches. So I wouldn't be shocked if they run it again. Delta Stars, I've not like ref much of or seen much of, so I can't really not much that I can say for them.
I haven't seen much Delta Stars either, as evidenced by the fact that I just had to download their logo yesterday.
There you go. That says it all.
Yeah, I tend to keep track of which matches of which teams I've covered before based on which logos I have in my downloads folder.
That's a pretty smart way of doing it.
And I did not have Delta Stars, so there you go. Yeah. Delta Stars finally sending that request with 1 minute left to go in the countdown.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing. It's interesting. Champions are so essential. Every single deck all had a champion in.
And to think they were banned until the end of qualifiers.
I know.
Like, how much has changed in only 2 stages here?
They are pretty game breaking.
I guess it was a good thing that they were banned until the end of qualifiers. It gave teams enough time to adapt before using them in real circumstances. But
Yeah,
anyway,
for sure.
Here we go. Game number 2, set point Delta Stars here. See who can keep the momentum of the match.
It'll be interesting to see whether they stick to a beatdown approach or maybe
lava. And it looks like Delta might be repeating the deck.
Yeah, the cards are matching up so far.
First 30 seconds, nothing happened yet. Ooh, skeleton dragons. Nobody uses those anymore. For that exact reason, Fireball deletes them.
We're looking at a possible lava clone maybe?
Yeah. And also, Delta Step. Ooh, the clone lag. A very technical move by Delta Stars here, lagging the skeleton barrel just long enough to avoid connecting to that tombstone. Very interesting microplay there.
Like, if you look at the cards at the top, you got the double skeleton king, you got the tomb. I think it could very easily be a clone, lava clone versus giant skeleton clone matchup.
So we could see a clone v clone. Yeah, the best
that would be interesting. And they have fireballs, so I don't imagine they have fireball earthquake, so I don't see a poison coming in. So this is going to be not going to be easy.
And the hard counter to clone tornado is not present either. So
I guess both teams have realized that and they're trying to capitalize on it.
Yeah. However, where clone will absolutely make a difference here is with that skeleton king. Double the souls.
And the skeleton bombs on defense as well. They could clean up a lava pushing themselves. So
yeah, not as big of a difference as it used to make, but still makes a difference nonetheless.
For sure, especially when there's 2 of them.
Exactly.
So it looks like they're not going to offer a tower trade. They're going to try to keep that alive.
You know, if a giant skeleton bomb and its clone both connected to the tower would die immediately due to how much damage it does. Ooh, I don't know what that goblin cage was supposed to accomplish, but it didn't accomplish what it was meant to, obviously.
No, it looks like it was placed a tile too low to pull the Inferno Dragon.
Yeah, they played it 1 tile too low, it looks like.
Yeah, so I think it's just good. We're going to see that giant skeleton just body block every push they try and make. That's a nice
big push coming in for Outcasts over here.
They were quite lucky if the cannon car hadn't have gone down, that flying machine would have gone.
Exactly.
So was that a heads up play or maybe a bit of luck? I'm not sure.
Oh, Hail Mary push coming in on the right hand side over here for Delta Stars. Inferno Dragon looking to fully counter that balloon in conjunction with the
Very well
snowball.
played.
Meanwhile, on the
It's
left,
tight map.
Lava Hound still doing more damage, bringing Outcasts
They're
back in the lead.
By almost 200 HP, but it's going to be quite difficult to set up another push.
Yeah. However,
Because
as the game goes on, it'll get better and better for Lava Hound, considering that triple elixir is coming up in just a short 30 seconds.
Going to be.
However, we have a split lane push here coming in.
Double Skeleton King.
2 Skeleton Kings. Imagine, you'll never see that in 1v1. And somehow that double Skeleton King completely stopped that push.
Show them the power of Miner Chip.
Lava Hound coming in.
They're going to snow. The Miner Chip's going to be enough.
Yes, it will.
The Miner's chipping away.
There
and
you
that's
go.
GG. What can I say?
1-1. Outcast looking to take back the lead here in the set.
I think with the Skeleton Kings, that was definitely a matchup in their favour.
Yeah.
I feel like it was quite nice for Outcasts. They had the small spell for the bats, they had the double Skeleton King.
Yep.
I wonder what they'll go for game 3. They're going to switch up completely, go for a cycle deck. They're going to repeat one of the previous decks.
I sure hope Delta doesn't repeat again. Like, Delta's last deck was a little too similar to their first one for my liking. Makes me think that the players aren't able to adapt to a variety of deck conditions, so I don't know.
Definitely trying to run that comfort deck.
Yeah, so I don't know. They gotta mix it up a little bit if they want to have a chance here, I reckon.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting to see if either every team has gone for beatdown base so far. It'd be interesting if maybe.
Yeah.
We see it's more cycle based, but I guess with bait eliminated, it's quite difficult to go to.
Now here's the thing, Outcast does have an inherent advantage being true red. They get 2 extra minutes to make their decks compared to Delta.
That is true.
Which is a problem that was brought up, and I do believe that they're going to be fixing that next season by altering the time limit.
Yeah,
either by changing True Red and True Blue in between sets, or by reducing the time limit for Team 2. I don't know what they're going to do with that yet, but gonna have to do something because...
Yeah, for sure, it is a big advantage.
Yeah, a lot of people are rightfully pointing out that this is in fact a problem.
Yeah, it is definitely unfair.
Yeah. And as admins, we should fix that.
We should. I think my opinion, it should just switch every game. So you'd say,
yeah,
Team 1, you request this set.
It'll be a pain in the butt for casters, but it'll be worth it.
But even then, you still got the issue of it's a 5-set game, so some team is going to have the extra set advantage. So
yeah,
it's always going to be some issue.
I don't know. That's why coin toss is happening. Ooh, double miner. I don't know if that was intentional. That's going to be a lot of chip damage. Thing is, it was probably unintentional too. So.
Yeah, but it's actually going to work out in their favor.
Skeletons on the tower. Force the snowball. Hello.
What looked as a mistake, actually.
Early advantage here for Delta.
And that's a beautiful bout to catch the miner.
And the E-Wiz is going to do a good job on the lava pups too. And Valk's just going to tank for them. Skeleton King for both teams. Second Skeleton King for Outcasts. Outcasts really is relying on that double Skeleton King play.
They are. And why not? It's one of the best cards in the game right now.
Yeah, and 2 of them? That's like 2 free Starmies for cheaper wherever you want it. Good delivery.
So we do actually see Delta Stars. Yeah, very good delivery. Should mitigate it before it can use its ability. So Delta Stars actually do switch over to a more cycle-based deck, and if you look, they've got the Musk, the E-Wiz, delivery, poison. It seems like they've got all the answers they need for a Lava Hound push.
Yeah.
And they've taken the early lead, which is something you don't often see with Miner Control. They normally don't take down those tower HP until much later on.
However, we have a very difficult defense coming up right here.
We do. But I feel like
Valkyrie against air troops that had to be just recycle. And a lightning too.
The Musketeer dies.
And that delivery was a little bit mistimed.
Yeah,
Ooh,
And
this
I
is
feel like
not gonna be a good day for Delta Stars here. Minor controls advantage, all but being wiped out by that single push.
I mean, if I was in Outcast position right now, I'd be completely ignoring that left tower and just making sure, because you still got to deal 800 damage, and you've
Yeah.
only got 30 seconds to do it.
That is a good
So I'd
point.
focus on taking the
Left-hand
tower
tower is
down.
now down to 289. Delta can just focus on that tower. 30 seconds to go. So as long
The
as they
Delta
put
are
up
giving
some
up way
sort
too
of
much lightning
defense.
value here. Yeah, way
Yeah.
too much lightning value, but
And the bats just aren't
maybe a
cutting
good
it on
delivery.
defense here. But the Hound got wiped out. 400 HP remaining, but with that Fireball,
That's a
Valkyrie
good fireball
failing
to
to
knock the
catch the
Delta.
Miner. They have to take out that tower with the Miner Poison. It'll probably be some sort of tower trade with the arrows. Yep, it's going to a 2-round game here, in which Delta Stars has the early advantage. Not Delta Stars, Outcasts. What am I saying?
They do, but this is going to be...
But we have a
This feels like they're
connection
the Hail
coming
Mary.
in right now. Couple swings from the Larrys.
They must be down significant elixir. They've got a lot on the board. I don't know how they're going to deal with
Minor
it.
control's gonna suffer a little bit now that both King Towers are activated.
I'm wondering what Danny's last card is. Is it really that useless that they've not played it at all yet?
I don't know. Lava Hound not doing much. Big push coming in for Delta Stars. Needs to fireball those Skeleton Dragons. Fails to do so.
They're not going to get it down.
Poisons instead.
It's a good poison value.
No Skeleton connection. But the Night Witch should go down here. Yep. However, now the Skeleton King
down
is
a little bit of
charged.
elixir still.
Yeah. Overall, this is still anyone's game.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good snowball anticipating.
They need to
the
poison the
splash.
tower. Although, no
Feels like a
dice.
lava pocket's going to come in now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lava at the river, though. They need to delivery.
That's a good flying machine.
They need to delivery. If they can delivery this dragon... Oh, they poison instead? Okay, that's weird. Yep, there's the delivery. They needed that delivery. Oh, lightning. Oh, Miner.
Fireball off. One
Oh,
fireball away.
barrel connection. Barrel connection. Barrel.
Arrows.
Oh, arrows.
Arrows on defense.
Oh my god.
Fireball.
Rocket. They win. No, they don't win. Oh my god, it poisons too slow.
Oh
Outcast
my
takes
God.
the set by 32 HP.
Wait. How much does a poison take to at tournament level standard? That's the question.
It's no,
It
the
does
poison
28,
would have
so it's
gotten enough
two-
damage. It just didn't tick fast enough. test of versatility for all of these players.
Did-
One tricks need not apply.
I did say Walker was a lava hound to look out for. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Barbarian's the one thing that stands up to the Valkyrie here.
I suppose.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Have a bit
what
of...
did
Mizo has
nice.
no elixir to his name over here. Sending out those bats for dear life, sacking the right-hand tower's HP, taking that barb damage. Miner coming in to take out those spear goblins, tainting for those pups, delivery forced.
It's a lot of value for the delivery. I was good. I feel like Lava Hound was quite an obvious option. It's a
Yeah.
very comfortable deck. There's not too many hard counters for it.
However, that raises the question, what's he gonna do for the next two games?
It makes him less predictable, which I guess could work in Outcast's favor.
I guess, yeah. God, it would suck if Outcast 3-0 Delta Stars, because that would mean less watch time for me. Sad. Also, just a fair warning to the chat, once this match is concluded, I won't just end the stream, I will be raiding another streamer as is custom around here. Just thought I'd let you know in advance. Hog fully connects on the right hand side. Forward swing, screening that tower all the way down to 645. Walker opting to bank his elixir for a counter attack rather than to defend that hog. A poorly timed delivery, playing it a bit too early in my opinion. Allowing the hound to pop with little to no defense. He needs to get back to delivery ASAP. I think he's opting for a tower trade instead though. Yeah. However, in 2 crown games, Lava Loon definitely has the advantage.
Yeah, for sure, because that King Tower...
Oh, look at that damage. Yeah, King Tower might actually go down right here. 3 crown.
And that's the power of the balloon. It's the balloon. It's just got like 3 or 4 hits.
Balloon is definitely weaker if you're going for just one connection. But if you let it stay there, your tower is history. Thank you so much for the follow, Dom. Appreciate it. Outcast getting the first point here in the duel set after taking 2v2 by a very close margin. However, Walker has just burned all of his ace cards, leaving the next 2 games in a big question mark. So we really don't have any clue what he'll run next unless you have some insight to share.
I feel like Outcasts are in a really strong position here because he's used his most comfortable deck and he's won with it, so he's going to be less predictable now. So, and if you look at the cards used, you've got Valk, Log, Delivery. There's a lot of the splash removed, so
You might
you
have
could
to
possibly see.
Yeah, might have to go with some of the fireballies.
Yeah, it could. I mean, Fireball is still open because the EQ is out, but maybe there could be potential for a Royal Hog set to come into play. Whereas if you're Mizo, I'm not sure what you're thinking here.
Neither team has burned Fireball yet, so...
Yeah, Lava Hound doesn't really burn a lot of cards because it's quite... You don't see Barbarians, you don't see much Arrows or Zap or Skeleton Dragons outside of Lava Hound, so...
Yeah, however, as we mentioned earlier, Lava Hound was Walker's most comfortable deck, so for the rest of this set, Walker will be a little less in his element, I'd say. A little less experience in the rest of his deck pool, so... Here we have Mizo running some sort of drill deck, probably Drill Fireball, finally burning that Fireball. Fully countered by the Valkyrie.
It's gonna be Drill Burst.
Drill versus Log Raid.
I don't know, he's got... It's gonna be interesting, because there's no Log or Delivery, so it's a good choice by Volker.
Well, there's a Log.
He's got the Valkyrie, the Guards, the Logs. Unless he's got another big spell, I don't see his Drill breaking through. And I've seen a deck like this before, and I believe his last card maybe banned it.
Yeah. Mizo really needs to get creative with the placements.
If he doesn't have another spell...
Yeah, like he's got to either... Oh, the Valkyrie just used. Might be a good time for a Drill.
Yeah, but the Guards and Log are still on the field, and there's sort of 2 cards to be released.
3
But the
drill
arrows will die.
counters. Not all of them are going to be out at the same time ever, so...
I think it's going to be very tough for
Mizo in a little bit of a predicament here. Valkyr's
that Dark Goblin's getting a lot of damage.
Oh, arrows! Hello.
Yeah. But the log comes out.
Yeah. If he had arrow just, like, predictively rather than reactively, then that would have been a little different. But even then, log, stopping the majority of the drill damage at all times. He has a Tesla. I feel like Mizo should be using his Tesla more. Just a thought.
Yeah, because against a skeleton barrel for sure. But
yeah, like he should play Clash of Clans and have a Tesla just at the ready whenever possible.
Yeah,
and definitely save the arrows for that barrel. Getting a little late on those. Potential damage right here with the ghost. Nope, Valkyrie, haha.
Oh, that's good throw placement.
No, it's not.
So well played. No, I mean that because if he played it in the front, the Valk would have come back.
Yeah, that's true. Forcing out more guards, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder, is Mizo like listening to what I'm saying right now? Because like he's taking my suggestions all of a sudden. Oh, Valkyrie is unavailable, and so is guards. Goblin damage.
That's 2 goblins.
Oh, goblin step.
Hello.
Mizo suddenly back on the map, and Ghost is left ignored on the right-hand side. Hello. Ooh.
A lot of split lane pressure coming in here.
Oh!
That's a good beef. Ooh. He needs to play a goat. He's given up 200 damage.
Little late on the Ghost. It's okay if the Valkyrie's spinning. Right now it looks like we're playing the, we're really playing the tiebreaker here.
Log. He didn't stop the fire spirit, and the Valk was already on the goblins.
Mizo back in the lead.
He's been outcycled.
Arrows, 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 arrows. Oh my god. Why? Don't do this to me.
Oh my god. The Valkyrie on the left.
Mizo is coming back slowly, but a little too slowly. He needs to Tesla this if he wants to have a chance. He needs Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Hello, are you listening? My guy. No, those.
Oh my god, no. I feel like that was not very well played at the end.
Yeah. Mizo just needed to be a little quicker on the kind, you know?
He seemed very hesitant. It seemed like he wanted to go for the arrows on offense, but was scared of the skeleton barrel connections. It was...
Like, he could have poison cycled and won. Overall, you hate to see it. Outcasts leading 2-0. I realized I forgot to update the overall score. Dang it. Okay. Gosh! What is happening here? Do you think Delta has any chance of coming back here? They basically need to reverse sweep at this point.
Think of the whole lineup. They do.
Really?
I mean, we'll have a look. We'll see what the lineups look like, but
yeah, definitely. Need
I
to
feel
see
like you've got Frio available, you've got Coco available. I feel like this is going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Delta Stars because they're probably already in a bit of a negative mindset.
Yeah, they really.
Yeah,
they need to remember that they do have a 5-minute timeout available to them. They should probably use it.
Yeah, I agree.
Just take a breather. I wish I could just tell them in the chat, like, use your timeout and regroup. But I cannot. I'm a spectator.
Yeah, timeouts aren't abused enough because there's 5 minutes and that's like the extra analysis time, the extra time to prepare decks, to cool down mentally.
Yeah.
Prepare mentally.
Definitely need to use the timeout. And they can use the timeout at any time, so if anyone from Delta is in the chat, please listen to me. You need to use the timeout, and you need to do it soon. You know the lineups, now would be a This game is giving me like an aneurysm already. We have... Do I pronounce that George or Yorge or like what? Either way, Lava Loon versus Witch Giant. Witch Giant not being counted at all.
I feel like Dom's got a much better...
Or do you pronounce that Jorge?
That's how I thought you pronounced it, but Jorge Luis, I know he's a...
Yeah, definitely Jorge going into a massive disadvantage, overcommitting all of their resources on offense, not accounting for defense. Dom taking that into account and doing a big retaliatory push, taking out that left-hand tower and half of the king tower. Jorge, though, does have the potential to take it back and possibly 3-crown using Lava Loon. Which in the back, don't make the same mistake again, please, I beg of you. I don't know if this is how casters are supposed to talk about players, but whatever. Graveyard! I recognize this exact deck from a Surtag video. Hold up. This deck was featured on a Surtag video like a year ago.
Yeah, the Circles Meta a while ago. This is the edition of Champs. The Skeleton King.
Oh, which is on the king. What was that tombstone? I need... can I speak to your manager? Jorge, push! Push the right-hand side! I am angry! Oh, well, one more fireball and it's a 3-crown anyway, so... Your other right! Whatever. Outcast takes the first point of King of the Hill. How am I supposed to get my watch time? My god. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, well, I lost all my viewers already, so it doesn't matter. Haha. Alright, Mizo immediately going in. That is a symptom of negative mindset. It's just like, get it over with already. Like, this is painful to watch. So many simple mistakes being made by Delta Stars here in a bronze match of all things.
Exactly, there's money on the line in this match. Not like it's
yeah, this is a money match. Anyway. The winner gets literal money in their pocket at the conclusion of the season. So it's kind of sad seeing Delta Stars making all these basic mistakes that you see in like mid-ladder and stuff. But it's not my place to judge teams. It's my place to commentate on what's going on, so...
To that. So it's looking like maybe an interesting Mega Knight Minor Wall Breakers potentially.
Yep.
It looks like it is.
Now Mizo, a pretty strong player from Delta Stars, has the opportunity to turn this around. Just gotta do 100%. It.
So it's looking like P.E.K.K.A, Ramrider, Lightning. We've not seen many champs used in this King of the Hill. Maybe not everyone's level 14 here.
Maybe.
That's a beautiful Ramrider. Oh.
Perfect E-Barb counter. For -1 Elixir trade, but a huge counter push potential. Ignored Inferno Dragon on the right hand side. Snowball to slow down that tower, allowing the Inferno Dragon's attack to go into stage 2 for a short period of time before being taken out.
Yolanda might have been a slight overcommit because he's got 7 Elixir on the board.
What's he gonna do to counter this push? Miner in the center.
That's a wall break Miner. He's probably gonna wall break it to kick the tower. Yep.
P.E.K.K.A connection, P.E.K.K.A no! Ooh. Banned at the last second. Oh, now P.E.K.K.A, no! Oh!
He's down significant Elixir though, he might...
Yeah, he has to eat this. He has to eat that Ramrider for breakfast. I hope he doesn't Ghost, he has no Elixir.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's probably gonna go for Ewas.
Probably gonna wait for double actually, before anything happens. No Baby Dragon, okay. Probably hoping to set up a big push using Baby Dragon as some sort of tank. Yeah. Mega Knight.
Mega Knight comes out. That's gonna be a free P.E.K.K.A or P.E.K.K.A and defense.
Miner for chip. Wall breaker. Ramrider Snowball. A huge negative Elixir trade by Dom over here. just to prevent any damage. No connection.
And he's supposed to get a lot of minor chip.
P.E.K.K.A probably coming out. Yeah, there's a P.E.K.K.A. Bandit taking out the E-Wiz on the right-hand side. Mizo has a chance to make up for those losses earlier. Now's the time to see the E-Wiz. Definitely hoping to see some sort of answer here. Definitely need to Mechanite the Ram Rider as soon as she starts dashing. No. Here's the thing, you can perfectly counter a Ram Rider with Mechanite if you hit it in like the center of, your lane. Oh, E-Bar connection on the right, putting Mizo back in the lead. Not by a significant margin, but big enough. Ooh. This could potentially end the game.
I mean, it's not a great matchup.
Not a great matchup, but also kind of a lot of critical errors being made by Mizo in the late game. Definitely the result of a negative mindset. If there's any time to claim a timeout, now's the time.
I couldn't agree more.
Do their final timeout of the season. Please. Please.
Because Dom's already revealed 2 of his decks. He's limited choices.
Yeah, very. My gosh.
Or maybe they just rough one to end early.
Maybe. I'm gonna say reminder that timeouts for both teams. That neither team has used a timeout yet. There we go, just gonna drop that in there. Just as a general reminder. Anyway, Lord Louis here. Louis, I don't know. I don't know how they want me to pronounce their name. Just gonna call them Lord.
He's got a strong profile though. 3 GT badges, including 1 top 100.
No timeouts are being used today. Here we go. Lord versus Dom. Match point for Outcasts here. If Outcasts takes this point, they will get money.
Outcasts, I know they're looking for it. They want the money, so they're clearly putting up a good fight for it.
Graveyard first play, always questionable.
But it's got him like...
Seems to have worked out this time, but like... Always
not
questionable.
Down too much either. Always is questionable. This is an interesting... Yeah, I think I kind of recognize his deck. It's kind of like... Instead of the Rascals and Prince, it's Dark Prince and Cannon Card. That's that.
However, Graveyard Poison can very easily destroy Lewis if he's not careful.
For sure.
Dark Prince Splash doesn't reach the Hunter. Hate to see it.
Anacot's gonna come up from both sides.
So who do you think has matchup here?
So you're looking at it. You've got the bar barrel for the goblin barrel. You've got the cannon carpet barrel for the I'm gonna say it's in favour of the Mortal Graveyard player, but because if you look at his deck, there's no swarm card just yet shown. So
yeah,
Graveyard,
especially with the bar barrel and the poison.
Yeah, I believe the last 2 cards are Log and Rocket, but I could be wrong. Oh, Snowball or Rocket. Yeah, without the, I think this is definitely Graveyard's favor.
Yeah, especially since Graveyard Poison Cycle is arguably better than Rocket Cycle.
Hunter the Bridge is an interesting play.
Bridge Princess. Surprisingly doing more damage than all of Lewis's Goblin Barrels thus far. Oh, one Goblin survives. 2 stabs. 200 damage on the tower. However,
Graveyard.
We're expecting a poison here. However, the graveyard has mostly been accounted for.
And he is down some significant elixir.
Yeah.
And
However, he's now free to Princess without risk of being poisoned.
Exactly, and he recognises that and he uses that opportunity. I feel like we've got to see some split lane pressure for that coming in.
Yep. Again, Goblin's being perfectly placed to avoid that barrel. Valkyrie not having enough HP to tank for a graveyard.
Goes with the Rascals,
And the Princess
recognizing
almost escaped from poison. Hunter dies.
Hunter. I was talking about the split lane. The Rascal girls are going to on the left. The cannon cart dies on the right.
Yeah, but Dom still has a 900 damage lead.
And I think unless
here comes the rocket. Forget about barrel. Just tank those graveyards. Only use barrel to cycle to your rocket. That's what I would do if I was in this situation.
This is a big coming in for Luis, for Dom though. This is going to be different.
Yeah, it's definitely... Oh, Mortar is within tower firing range. However, Rastral's come out in the nick of time here.
I think this is GG. He can't stop it. The Mortar... Doesn't have enough to counter the graveyard.
Oh, Princess? Snowball?
I don't think it's going to be enough because the Mortar's on the tower.
Oh, that's true.
Wait. Outcasts only dropped one game in the whole...
In the whole match.
In the whole three. They dropped one game, which was an unlucky 2v2. Wow. That was,
And to think, if that poison just ticked one more time, we'd have a set 4 right now.
Crazy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Outcasts will be your NSL Season 7 bronze medalists. Good game, well played to all parties. I apologize for yelling at Delta Stars, but I am...
I was expecting a bigger fight, but...
Yeah.
I did say from the start, Outcast had a pretty strong lineup, and they proved it, so...
Exactly. So now it just... So, my fellow viewers, do not leave the stream just yet. We will be raiding a Clash Royale channel. Let me just find out who that lucky streamer will be. Lower viewer counts are preferable, of course. Spread the love. Actually, no. Officer Ramsey's over here with his 1-year anniversary subathon affiliated with Trailblaze. I think I'm going to go ahead and raid him just to celebrate Trailblaze's finals match tomorrow, who will be streamed by Alpha. You can get the link to his channel in the NSL Discord server. So I'm going to go ahead and begin that raid to Officer Ramsey's. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to earn 250 channel points to get even closer to getting that free... Oh, I accidentally canceled it. I'm so silly. Yeah, if you want to get 250 points closer to claiming a free Pass Royale from your boy, go ahead and join this raid. And with that being said, I hope to see you all later. I will try to stream a little bit more than I do now. And off we go. Have a good one, everyone.
See you later.